Oops. 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're here.
He is. It's true. Indeed.
Together.
We are.
I think was the first time we did this.
Yeah.
Like in person.
Yeah. We were both sitting on my one little chair that really shouldn't have two people sitting on it. But it was giving the old attempt to it to see, what it would be like.
Pushing the limits. That's what we do.
Yeah, we were learning on the job learning kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like a couple of learners.
Now it's what, like 6 months later?
Is it?
Yeah, it feels like, well, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just assume. Let's just say, because it was summertime. It was July. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 months.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And now we're here with you guys, and as you can see, it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
So welcome back to Shamecast. Super stoked.
Shameful, man.
Shameful. You say it so proudly. Shameful. You like rip off a jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Be proud of your shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your shame made you who you are. Right? And I mean, while you can't shed all the negative feelings that are associated with it, I think you should kind of be a little proud of it because it led you in some of the decisions that you made, the good and the bad.
Yeah, dude. So for those of you that are joining us on Wisdom, we are also here on YouTube. So if you see us looking up and down, just because we're talking to many of you on different platforms. So happy to be here with you on December 26th.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of you are having some food coma and just taking today to rest, or maybe you're not. Maybe you have to go right back to the hustle.
Hey, what have you guys been doing today? A whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing. I was like, let's do a podcast.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, it would be cool to hear from the listeners and stuff and see how their Christmases were and what their favorite parts of the holiday and spending time with their loved ones were. But why don't you talk to me about your favorite moments from Christmas and some of your favorite moments for gathering with our loved ones?
Man, what a great question. I think, well, I had a nice surprise. Your cousin texted me actually, she called me on Thursday and was like, what are you doing tomorrow? And I just said, well, nothing. And she said, come to the cookie exchange.
Oh, awesome.
And I was so happy about it because in my head it was kind of like, level achieved, like little game. And I remember texting you and being like, I made it, we're in. And I went to the cookie exchange and it was really cute and we played games and she had a nice spread going and we all just exchanged cookies. And then I think another highlight was always going to my cousin Dana's and she does the Feast of the Seven Fishes. So I had all different kinds of fish and seeing your family. I'm still tired.
Yeah, I mean, you've been working hard. So when we did talk about how we've been doing a whole lot of nothing today, I mean that's not all the way accurate. We've been kind of doing some mending and cleaning and repackaging and adjusting and packing up the abundance that we have and really trying to figure out how to segue back into life.
Yeah, back to reality. I think another big highlight from the weekend was hosting. Yeah, it was my first time hosting, you guys.
Yeah. So you'll do it again?
I'll totally do it again. I probably need to plan a little bit more. I don't think I did too bad.
Yeah.
I think maybe hold back on food this time. I had too much food.
Mm-hmm.
um, but so worth it. My dad was a really big help
Mm-hmm.
and helped with food and you know just kind of organizing everything. And I just had so much fun playing games and like candy cane games and antler like ring toss and the white elephant was cute.
Yeah, I think that was the closest to like the fun that a little kid would have at Christmas that I've come to as an adult. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense, and also like that's thing it's a great thing to look at because they tell you in growth and healing is to find your inner child and to heal that inner child again. So when you start doing things that feel childlike, it doesn't necessarily mean you're being childish and like immature or whatever kind of negative connotations other people want to put on to those that just want to enjoy joy and genuine fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for the soul, man. There's water in this cup, even though it's a party cup. H2O is a party.
Is indeed a party. Indeed.
Um, so yeah, I'm so glad you felt that.
Mm-hmm.
That means I did a good job.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thanks. Well, now the question's going back to you. What's the highlight that you had from this crazy festive weekend?
Um, I think I mean it sounds like pretty cheesy and pretty cliche, but I feel like every time I like look and see that I'm experiencing a lot of like joy or a lot of fun, and then like looking to my side or in front of me or something, and you're right there. That's always a highlight. Uh, and I, I like the food. I like eating. I like eating a lot, and uh, I liked everybody laughing a lot, and that was cool. Um, yeah, everything, everything. There wasn't anything that was bad, you know. Yeah,
How did it feel having our families meet?
that was interesting. It was not bad at all. Not bad at all. Like you know, um, it could have been more of a like like full family meeting, but it was really just basically like your dad and your grandma and your uncle and like
My aunt.
oh yeah, and your aunt and your uncle and it was like my mom and my brother. It wasn't like my whole family. It was just like my mom and my brother. But that's just the start.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just dipping the toes in the pool of the mingling.
Yeah, and that it was still like such a cool moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I look forward to more of that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah. What are you looking forward to for the new year?
That's pretty major. Um, I'm looking forward to a lot of the changes and a lot of um, growth. Like growth is the main theme for me jumping into the next chapter is full of the next level. So growth is a huge focus on mindset and manifesting.
I like it.
That's how I feel.
Cool, man. That was really cool too. We all started talking about manifesting and abundance at the dinner table,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really like just so interesting to hear everybody's points and
Yeah.
everyone had a different way of looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
And but it was cool because we all were still on the same page. It was just like tomato, tomato, you know.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Did you hear me say potato tomato at some point?
Did I say that? Did you say that?
I said that.
Didn't hear that.
Yeah.
No.
While we were having that conversation, I said potato tomato.
Maybe I did hear it, and my brain subconsciously kept that.
Not tomato tomato. Potato tomato.
Yeah. Yep. What else? So, guys, for a little recap, if you're just joining us and you just breezed on past this little video here, my name's Alyssa, and this is my wonderful man's James, aka Corey Castle, and this is his sister show to your awesome show called
Evolving with Corey Castle.
Duh. You're gonna back into that tree all night.
I don't necessarily call it a sister show. I just say it's the other show that I'm doing. Like, I think like I feel like I sister stuff always feels like a school thing. Like, oh, that's our sister school, or that's it. Like somehow that always makes me think of that.
I never thought of it that way.
Mm.
I've heard of organizations using it, like television shows would be like, "Oh, our sister station."
Yeah,
And
I guess you're right. I mean, I'm not against using it. I just don't use it.
Okay.
I mean, sure. Evolving with Corey Castle's sister show is Shamecast, and we're kind of at also, and we should talk about this probably on the show. Uh, we're probably going to change that A in shame to something else that is like an action because and is
When we say accomplishing?
Yeah.
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 Self-help, accomplishing, managing emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I think that feels right.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it really. Some of it is inside of an accomplishment mindset, really, and that's kind of like a lot of what I see you doing to uh, to really inspire and to like chop down the trees of of like yucky. You're managing those emotions, you're chopping down those trees that aren't serving you, kind of thing.
I appreciate that.
Gathering your firewood.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
We did that too. That was a highlight. I loved using the fireplace.
Yeah, I was happy about that.
Yeah.
I was very proud and happy.
I got some pictures of you doing the fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's some man shit. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, self-help and accomplishing, managing emotions, and you guys, if you have any questions or need help in your relationship or have a question about your relationship or anything you feel shame about that you're not ready to talk about with your partner yet, you could always ask us. We're not licensed therapists or counselors, but we have life experience and we're just here to help, just some extra ears for you. And I believe Mr. Corey is going to pull up a question that we got a little bit ago from a couple friends. So super happy to help you guys and see what we can do for you.
Can you read that?
Where are we at? Oh yeah, and
ticket at the bottom.
I see it. So you can call 856-209-4443 and leave us a little voicemail with your question, and we'll answer it. So it's kind of it's so fun. We answered a couple so far, and I think it kind of helps us like grow together and help us learn about each other a little bit more, and then we get to help these people, so it's like multiple wins.
All right, let's see if I can get. Uh-oh. All right. Hang with me. Pretend like you're not here in that. So, shut up. Shut up a second.
Just shut up a second.
Shut up a second. All right. Let's see.
Probably should have switched sides.
Oh yeah, this isn't difficult at all.
At all.
I'd love your advice and looking forward to it. Thank you guys.
Oh, that was the question. We missed it.
Oh, it's okay. You do it again.
This one.
From Florida calling. I have an issue I'm kind of going with. It's kind of funny, but not at the same time. So, I've been married to my wife now for just under a year. We're newlyweds, and I never realized that she did this as much until now that we're married and living together. But she blows her nose in the shower, which is kind of okay. I get that. But then now I'm catching her blowing her nose and not as she's brushing her teeth into the sink. Do I need to bring this up to her that I find this repulsive, or should I leave it be and it will cause issues? I'd love your advice and looking forward to hearing it. Thank you guys.
Huh.
That's
Lo-fi.
that's kind of a bizarre behavior.
Yeah. I don't. Well,
Like,
well,
so she just does. I think a part of me just thinks about like wanting kind of clarity on if it's like she blows it in. She just blows the snots directly, like she does snot rockets right
yeah.
into.
It's like you go, or like are you still using a tissue or But if it's in the sink, I can't even imagine how that would work. Like, how do you do it while you're brushing your teeth? Just it's strange.
It's
Um,
I think
there is.
okay. So let me address the caller. So the behavior to blow your snots into the sink and into the shower, that feels like something you'd do when you were in private all by yourself, not something that you would do. I mean, like, if you're so committed to doing that, you'd do that by yourself when you're in the shower or when you're brushing your teeth by yourself, but I don't know about, because I mean, like, it's also, it's a little like you wouldn't want to show your kids that behavior, right? Like your kids seeing you do that. It's a tough one, man. That's a really tough one. Because it's, I also don't want to like go, ew, it's gross. I don't want to shame it because like it feels very like adolescent, very juvenile.
Yeah.
It does, and like somebody who's somebody's wife and someone's mother doing that doesn't seem as it just kind of seems a little like not something that adults would be doing.
Yeah, any adult, like just like a good mannerism,
But I think in it he was asking what he thinks how he thinks he should approach it, or how you and I think he should approach it. Is that right?
Yeah. So, I mean, so here's the thing. If she's using tissues or anything, and maybe it's loud or it's obnoxious, that's one thing. Um, but I don't even know if it matters. Like, if she's not using tissues and she's just straight up like,
Snot rocketing.
Yeah. I guess maybe she feels comfortable. Maybe she's in this weird mindset of like, no, we're married now.
Mhm.
Could just do whatever, you know. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that she might be in that kind of
Yeah,
mindset,
yeah.
like, but I feel like maybe, you know, our caller, maybe you could say, hey, I've noticed that you do this in the shower and you do this while you're brushing your teeth. It makes me feel a little uncomfortable. How can we remedy it? I don't even know.
Right. I think there has to be care taken to make sure that it's not an attack. There's not an attempt to say, here's what you do, and you doing that is you doing that, and that's attacking me. That's victimizing me. I feel like it should be like, you know, maybe let me see that. It's tough to be like, oh yeah, make up some issues you might already have with it, but like I think like I- I'm stuck with like going, man, that's just it's not mature.
I mean, yeah, but if they're both at home,
Mm-hmm.
you're at home. Like if she's
Mm-hmm.
doing it in public or she's, so
Mm-hmm.
again, she's probably comfortable
Mm-hmm.
at home. And, another question that he can ask himself is, what is it about this that makes me feel uncomfortable? And kind of see what kind of feelings come up so he can kind of, reassess, like, what is it about her behavior that's making me feel XYZ? And then kind of go from there and say, hey, so, I love you very much. I'm happy we're together. I love living together with you. I just noticed something that you do, and I was wondering if you can help me navigate these feelings that are coming up for me about it, because I don't want to make you feel any kind of way,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah. Yeah.
why do you do that? Or, just kind of,
Yeah, understanding the why might be important.
yeah.
Understanding the why might be maybe maybe not like a request to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just a request to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, more than anything, would probably be pretty important to find out why it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's something that um, it's weird because like why pull out that weird idiosyncratic thing like this far into the thing,
Right, into the relationship. Yeah, like that's another thought that I had. Like, did you notice this before? You know, before you got married? Did you notice it while you were dating? These are kind of, which he did say in his question, is it even worth bringing up?
mm.
But you don't want to hold on to something, even if it feels like it's super small, because it could build up to something bigger later, and then it'll pile on to this like weird resentment list that you have in the subconscious back of your mind. So even if it's something really small, even something with you, like I'll bring whatever up that bothers me that could absolutely mean nothing, and I just have to get it out just so I let whatever bypass, get out of here.
Can you give an example of that?
Uh,
Just so like we're talking about something that can possibly be related to by people who are hearing it.
mm, well, I don't know. I guess last night was an example.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you were like, like 1 minute you were like, "Oh, you're tired, go to sleep," and then you started singing randomly, and you do that sometimes, and
Yeah.
you know,
Uh-huh.
um,
Uh-huh.
it's comical singing,
Uh-huh.
and I
Yeah.
can't fall asleep to that.
Yeah, sometimes I just double down on being a goof.
Yeah, and so then
Mhm.
sometimes you do
Yeah.
that, and I don't get angry with you. I just
Mhm.
get annoyed because it's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling
Mm-hmm.
overstimulated, or I've been doing too much, and I can't handle the goof right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like there are times that I don't say anything because it's not worth to say anything, and I don't want to stop you from being who you are
Mm-hmm.
just because of how I'm feeling. And then other times, like last night when I was trying to go to sleep, I needed to tell you, hey, can you not, please? I really need to go to sleep. Like, you know, but it is a behavior of yours that, you know, some people can understand and other people can't.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it kind of goes on the same line of this is a behavior that this person has that, you know, most people probably wouldn't understand and other people could probably understand. And you also have to find out, you know, was she was taught that. She had to be taught that. Like you probably grew up a certain way.
Yeah, that doesn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's probably a learned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So and she's probably not even aware that it's something that would bother someone.
You know what? I wonder that, because if you didn't find out about it until after this amount of time, if it's something like that was intentionally hidden, and now it's becoming a thing she's letting slip in front of you. Um, divorce.
No, what? Don't. He's kidding. Over a booger?
It's a reconcilable differences over boogers. This on the paperwork.
What a bogey.
Mm-hmm.
No, in all seriousness, just ask her, you know, why does she blow her nose that way, you know, and just tell her like, hey, you know, kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. It doesn't mean I don't love you any less. I just, you know, need you to understand where I'm coming from and help me.
I mean,
help you. So,
forgive me if this is gross for me saying this, but wouldn't you think that would be kind of like a turnoff? Like, wouldn't you be like, you know, maybe I'd rather not see that. Like, I mean,
yeah, I mean, I hope, as sick as I've been this past month,
mm-hmm.
I hope my.
Yeah, your boogie situation, it hasn't bothered me. But if it was enough so that you would be like shooting it right directly into the sink or right into the shower, I probably would want to ask you to stop doing that. I'd want, or at least be like, you know, it can be done differently. Like try to have an alternative.
Yeah, like a different.
Mm-hmm. Like that. I think that's something I kind of do sometimes, and maybe it comes off kind of tough lovey, but like when you're like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. Give me a trash can. I'm like, no, then we're gonna have to clean the trash can. Just go throw up in the toilet. Like it's just like idea, like an alternative that would wind up being easier when A gets to Z. You know, when we get to the next steps of it, you'd um, have less of a hassle for it. But I don't know what the cleanup for boogies would be. You know, you ever get those little crusty toothpaste on the bottom of the sink? There's just like a big crusted toothpaste there. Is it like that with boogies?
Yeah, like that's like we need more context. You know, we need to know. Like,
no, we don't need more context. I think we have all the context that we desire.
I was gonna send in photos of the sink.
Here's photographic evidence of it. No, for sure, it's definitely it's not. I don't think it's something you want to push down and not talk about, because really, if it's what is it? If it's mentionable, it's manageable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's something like that's come up, it's something that you think about enough that maybe you gotta, you know, call into a show and leave a message.
Well, what if you made a game out of it? Not like a game, but just like have a little date night at home or something, and get out little cards, and then maybe ask each other, what are some quirks that drive you crazy about me, and vice versa, and then like kind of talk about, well, what are some things that I do. Do like a relationship check-in, I guess, which is like something I like to do with you. I haven't done it in a while, but we've been fine.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, it's a great thing to do. Just check in with each other and just say, hey, man, or hey, babe, my love, or however you adjust.
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude.
Yo, brother. Hey, brother, how you feeling?
I've been noticing some things about the boogers.
Yeah, just check in and kind of sit down and say, I think everything else is great. I've just blah. Why do you do that?
I mean, if it's your partner and you have unconditional love, it's not that behavior that's troublesome. Like, it's not something that's gonna make you like not love the person, but it's definitely something that like you. That's not something that like your adult partner um, is maybe uh, it's it's definitely like something you would correct your kids to stop doing.
Well, right.
Right. So if you would correct your kids to stop doing it, maybe it would be something you'd want to try to steer in a feeling no shame sort of way. Because for sure that can be shameful to be like, hey, that here's a thing that you feel like you've got to do, and it's gross, it's disgusting. Like, I wouldn't want any of that kind of verbiage.
Right, no, I haven't said
No,
once
I
this
didn't think you were saying it. No, I was just saying like, and what I was my silly jokes that I was making.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's for for little kids, but I mean, some people have their coping mechanisms for whatever they're going through.
And they're quirks, it's probably just a quirk.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something. If it bothers you, bring it up in a lighthearted way. It's not a life or death situation.
Or send a passive aggressive tweet out, and then her see it and be like, oh, is this about me? And that will always do it. That'll always do it. You should have no problems there. No.
Joke.
Joke, lol.
Well, I think we covered a lot with that one. I don't know. Final thoughts from Jerry Springer. Like,
think about if it was your quirk that you were put yourself fully in her shoes. Think about if that was a thing that you did, and how if that person was going to approach you about it, how would you best receive being approached?
and also, how would you want to be approached? Think of how she reacts already to any kind of like conflict or constructive criticism, and think about it's back to like the love languages. Just think about how she reacts and think of being in her shoes. And how would
She's not wearing shoes in the shower though, so now I just busted a hole right in that logic.
No, just think of how would she want to be talked to? As long as you have love there and you are addressing her with that and telling her, I'm sure she'll understand, and she'll probably tell you where she learned it from or why she does it that way, and maybe she'll be more conscious of it. Maybe she'll
I'm
tell
gonna
you.
say, maybe paint me a picture, the origin story of why you snot rocket in the shower. I need a tale told to me, the origins of this behavior. Maybe like some people have like some really unorthodox things that they do. I mean, I do some weird stuff, but like you said, everything comes from somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
so kind of maybe trying to unbox where that comes from.
Yeah.
And
this is a chance for you to get to know her a little bit more. Seriously, I mean, really know her. Knows her. So yeah, just it's a chance for what's the Buddha say? A problem. It's a new learning experience for you. So have fun with this one. We hope we helped. And do you like updates? You think we could ask for some updates
we
on some of these
could, yeah.
questions? Yeah.
I mean, if any of that was helpful, or if any of that inside of that was helpful, or interesting in any way, just leave a comment on the YouTube page down below, and let us know you exist.
Yep.
Let us know how you'd handle it, for sure. Because we're not experts, and you probably aren't either.
Well,
I didn't predict that it was going to go that way.
go what way?
The question. I did not know. I was not Nostradamus on that one.
Oh my god.
Nostradamus.
This is why I'm with you. Your jokes.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Gotta be funny.
Nothing else. No other reason.
Well, and again, always happy to help. So if you guys want to ask a question, that's 856-209-4413 at Shamecast. And you can find us on Instagram at shame_cast.
Mm-hmm.
Self-help, accomplishing, managing emotions.
Thanks for joining us. Your time is valuable. Tell yourself you love yourself. Until you all the way believe it.
All the way believe it. Keep thinking till you make it. Do it.
Yes.
And happy holidays to you, whatever you're celebrating. And that's the alarm for Mr. Bowie to get his meds.
For Bowie.
For Bowie.
For Bowie.
A reminder for Bowie.
Thanks for joining us.
Be fun, have safe.
Take luck.